Would you like to get to know more about the people behind Theatrephonic, the writers, the actors and directors? Well, now you can. Our Patreon members have the opportunity to ask questions which our creatives will then answer, if I can get hold of them. Find out everything you want to know about the people behind the characters. Visit patreon.com/Theatrephonic for more information. That's patreon.com/Theatrephonic. On with the play.
Bum, bum.
Theatrephonic presents Every Parent's Dream. Written by Richard Fitchett.
Ba-ya-da.
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 Ba-ya-da. Ba-da.
They came from out there. That was all I knew. Across the channel. I later heard tales of a large orphanage in the middle of a forest, but those tales were never properly substantiated. I ain't saying it was perfect here in Happy Valley. I ain't saying that we hadn't all become a little bit complacent. But we'd have sorted it out eventually. But them that come, they was different from us. No attitude. Differential to adults. Responsible. Just a little bit creepy.
Post's been odd. Don't know why they bother. It's nearly all people trying to lend us money.
It's not money we need, Frank. It's... I'm sorry. Last night again. I just don't know if I can cope anymore.
Sammy?
I don't know. Just don't know where we went wrong bringing him up. We read all the books. Spock, Penelope Leach, even that one, 7 lessons in bringing up the perfect child.
Perhaps we spent too much time reading books.
But we wanted to be perfect parents, to have a perfect son instead.
He's a spoiled, malicious, violent, drunken thug.
He's our son, Frank. I just don't know, though. It's getting so... I'm terrified of him coming through that door.
Odd. This flyer. Have a look.
Every parent's dream. The perfect teenager. Ring 07 957
The thing is, I reckon that some of those parents had been taking the easy route. It's like me wanting to throw them out because they're going senile, or sticking them in homes because they're doolally. Though once they start dribbling and pissing in the aisles at Sainsbury's, that's where I draw the line. Life in Happy Valley is about to change forever. And all because the stranger came to stay.
He'll go mad. I'm nervous, Frank. Have we done the right thing, Frank?
We had no option. It was either him or us.
I'm sure I heard the gate.
We have to be strong, Aud. At some time there will be just the two of us. We have to look to that. Make sure we've survived to enjoy what is ours.
It's him, Frank.
Don't worry. Once it's all over...
He's going to smash the door, Frank.
I'll go.
Oh, dear.
Change the locks? What's the big fucking idea?
Sorry, son. We've just been changing a few things and...
Well, what's been happening here? Whoa, hold on a minute. Where's the pics of me gone? All the photos? On the mantelpiece, the one with me Holy Communion.
Time to move on.
Time to move... What the fuck are you talking about? What's this? What you give me a bin bag for?
Most of the stuff you care for.
Sorry. We only had the big suitcase. I put a packet of chocolate biscuits in there for you.
Even now, you spoil him.
What the fuck's happening here? Who's this?
This is Stefan, our new son.
Your new son? New son? You already got a son? Me!
We're sort of moving on, son.
Make a break with the past.
Sometimes the only way.
In the cold light of day.
And it wasn't working for us, son.
It's not been easy, but we had to make the brave decision that we're dysfunctional.
It's an admission of failure on our part, really.
I'm sure it will all be for the better.
We saw this advert.
Every parent's dream. The perfect teenager. Ring this number. And rang.
We exchanged you.
Well, not so much exchange, Frank.
Perhaps it should be me that explains. It'll be less painful. Sammy, you have brought years of pain and grief to your parents. Your parents who gave you everything anyone could ever want. Love and affection. A secure home. Food, clothing, celebrations and presents at birthdays and Christmas. All they asked for in return was love and respect. And what did they get? Shouted at. You smashed up their home, expelled from free schools. Now you sit around drinking and taking drugs, expecting they should pay. You stole their savings from the coffee jar under the sink, savings that was to, have bought them a caravan on retirement. You have brought misery and unhappiness on these two kind, loving people who I am now proud to call Mum and Dad. Now it is stopped. Now, Samuel, you are no longer wanted. Goodbye. Goodbye? Excuse me, this is my home, mate. I'm the one who lives here. They're my parents.
We couldn't take any more, Sammy.
Parents don't swap their kids over. Goes against the grain. Maternal instinct and all that. You love me, whatever I do.
Times change.
We're trying to be with it.
You're serious, aren't you? Throw me out after all I've given you? Who cuddled up to you as a baby? Who clapped his little hands when the tooth fairy came? Birthdays and Christmas, sharing the wonder of the crappy presents you gave me. Memories that'll go to the grave with you, and that's the thanks I get? And the social services blamed your poor parenting for my lack of social skills, and my setting fire to that building site. The lady said you two should have been in the dark. But you're having a laugh, aren't you, eh? Mom? Dad? I shall love them as if they were my own parents. Well, they're not your parents, they're mine. Look, this is a joke, right? Now, let's get rid of the nerd. This is me, your own flesh and blood. Listen, you're mistaking typical teenage rebellion. It's just a phase I'm going through. In a year or two, I might marry and settle down. In fact, yeah, recently I started to feel the urge to get married and settle down. This is a very good sleeping bag. You will not get cold. It used to be mine.
That's nice of you, Stefan. See, Sammy? See how thoughtful Stefan is. You know, Frank, I have to admit, I hadn't given any thought as to where Sammy might sleep tonight.
Stuff your bleeding sleeping bag.
Can't help yourself, can you?
Listen here, cock. We don't need you. Now piss off back to where you came from, right? Do you want that I should throw him out, Dad? Dad? Oh, fucking Dad, you prat.
That was so rude, Sammy. I don't know where you was brought up.
And it's always the parents that get the blame.
When we carefully followed all the instructions.
A relaxed attitude to potty training and bedtimes.
Liberal approach to foods and when to eat.
Siding with the child against the school.
A disciplined approach to removing all boundaries.
And never ever punishing the child.
You only needed to say thank you to Stefan.
Thank you for coming to get me evicted from my own home.
Your dad and I gave it our best. Not been easy to admit we might have failed. This hasn't been easy for us.
My poor heart bleeds for you.
We deserve a life as well, and
We weren't living.
this is our chance to start again. Stefan's got GCSEs, all sorts of qualifications and certificates and things, and he speaks 3 European languages.
4, if you count Esperanto. Mum? 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 I keep telling you, she's not your bleeding mum. She's mine, right? He just doesn't get it, does he, Dad? You're winding me up, you are.
He plays piano as well, ever so lovely, and helps me do the crossword. I just can't think of anything he's not good at. Can you, Frank?
Nothing that springs to mind. For all intents and purposes, he seems pretty
Perfect. Just as the advert said.
good at football and cricket.
Right, you bastard.
And he's got a black belt in
It's fine.
self-defence.
Ow! Hold still. Don't try it, Samuel. Stay right there. My arm! You're breaking my arm! You're not getting the message, Samuel. You are not wanted anymore. Your time has gone. And if I ever see you in this home again, you're hurting me. Get off! Are you gonna be a good boy? Yes, yes, yes. I will let you loose, but yes, yes, yes. I will go to university. I've not yet decided between Oxford or Cambridge. I shall graduate with honours. My parents will be proud, and I shall thank you from the rostrum. I will be a captain of industry, rich, and I will enter politics. And one day, perhaps I shall be Prime Minister. And you, as my parents, will glow with pride. Where you, Samuel, will be nothing. You take this sleeping bag now. So, you must go, and you must never, ever be seen in this house again. Right? I'm going. Don't you worry. I know when I'm not wanted. Got the picture? But you're gonna miss me. Yeah, you'll miss me.
Sammy?
You must let him go, Mummy.
Frank?
Bye, Samuel, and tell your mates, even now as I talk, my friends are graduating, are making their way across Europe, by train, by boat. They are arriving, unnoticed, and each one, every one, a parent's dream. And so I walked up the park and slept there. Alone. I wasn't alone the next night. Johnny McCormack from up Tarterdown. Then Liz Gaskins from the Dwellings. Just a trickle at first. Then slowly as word got about, every parent's dream. The perfect teenager. Ring this number. As word got about, it started to roll. You go uptown, instead of groups of drunken yobs filling the malls, the squares and streets, I'd see Stefan and his mates walking about with their parents. Sometimes you'd see them around the school, near the library, all dressed in stonewashed jeans and a white top. boy or girl. More and more of the lads and lasses had gone up in the morning or come home and found a Stefan or a Steffi. You're no longer wanted. And the rest was scared. They was lying low. Out there, somewhere, that's where the strangers came from. But we'll see. See who is right. Perfect teenagers need perfect parents.
You have been listening to Every Parent's Dream, written by Richard Fitchett, directed by Emmeline Braefield, with Matt Salmon as Sammy and Stefan, Anthony Young as Frank, and Sally Hyde Lomax as Audrey. Produced by Cat on a Piano Productions. For a full list of the music in this production, please see the show notes. The Theatrephonic theme tune was composed by Jackson Pentland, performed by Jackson Pentland, Mollie Fyfe-Taylor, and Emmeline Braefield. For more information about the Theatrephonic podcast, go to catonapiano.uk/Theatrephonic. Tweet or Instagram us at Theatrephonic, or visit our Facebook page. If you enjoy Theatrephonic and would like to get more content, please consider becoming a patron by going to patreon.com/Theatrephonic. Please don't forget to rate and review. Thank you for listening.
Ba-da.